We're back, boys, to discuss a slightly more serious topic. Trainwreckstv accusing Mizkif of a cover-up and the aftermath. To recap, this was all started when the Twitch streamer ItSlicker was publicly accused and then himself confirmed that he had scammed Twitch streamers and fans alike for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll add a card to my video on that on screen now. Then, Twitch banned gambling in response to a large movement of Twitch streamers who blamed gambling on Twitch for Slicker's scamming tendencies, despite Slicker being involved in sports betting and not the typical Twitch crypto casino gambling. Which brings us to our story today. You see, the Twitch streamers who were doing gambling on stream were mad that their cash cow got banned from Twitch, especially since the type of gambling Slicker did was still fine to do on Twitch even after the gambling ban, which mostly affects sketchy crypto casinos, went into effect. Meanwhile, other streamers were angry that ItSlicker wasn't banned from Twitch, and to this day, he isn't, though it seems like everybody's forgotten that. But at the time, Asmongold was bringing attention to Slicker's lack of a ban by tweeting, "How in the F is Slicker not banned from Twitch? Guy literally uses the platform to defraud dozens of people, streamers and viewers alike, and admits it. Gideon is still sitting on a perma, while Slicker gets to go live and laugh about actual crime. It's an absolute disgrace at Twitch." To which Trainwreckstv, who had been a big gambling streamer before the ban, responded, "Because your pals decided it was in their best interest to use and platform the very person that scammed everyone for his horse, racing, and tennis bets, to somehow twist it and wager their war against me. And we both know, deep down, why the insecure little man is doing this." From who responded to that tweet, it seems like Trainwrecks was referring to Mizkif, another Twitch streamer. Mizkif deleted his response after what's about to occur, but luckily I was able to resurrect it from the archives. He responded to Trainwrecks saying, "If we're gonna deplatform people for scamming others, shouldn't we have banned you for Joltcoin a few years back?" Referring to some kind of crypto coin that Trainwrecks was allegedly involved in the past. And that seemed to have struck a nerve within Trainwrecks because he went absolutely nuclear, scorched earth on Mizkif, responding with, "Are you gonna send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls to cover up all those SAs, you effing scumbag piece of shit? You wanna come at me and make shit up? Then you better make sure you don't live in a glass house, you insecure cat." Followed by, "The people involved know the truth. But for those of you who are farming drama and coming to split conclusions, let me be even more clear. Mizkif didn't assault the women. He orchestrated the cover-ups for his friends." Exactly how my tweet reads. Which is an absolutely crazy thing to tweet with no details at all, accusing Mizkif of covering up a very serious crime to protect his friend. But details did start to come out. A streamer by the name of Adrianah Lee came forward and said that Trainwreck's allegations were in relation to an incident between her and Mizkif's friend, CrazySlick. On the 6th of July, 2021, Adrianah Lee put out a twitlonger in which she states that she went to Novaru's 21st birthday party, where she got blackout drunk. At first, she alleges that CrazySlick was following her and her friend around, quote, "trying to kiss me, trying to kiss her, and at one point I was told that he and I ended up kissing." She then provides a description of CrazySlick allegedly assaulting her while she was unconscious, followed by a statement that doesn't make much sense to me, where she says that he didn't assault her. Quote, "Then apparently I was passed out in one of the rooms at the party, and he came into the room while I was unconscious. He came into the room a couple of times after being asked to leave me alone each time. In 2 of those instances, he touched my neck and chest, saying that he was just making sure I was alive. After being assured by my friends that I was okay and they were watching over me, whether or not his intentions were out of genuine concern or not, I don't know. To be clear, he did not R-word or assault me, but his actions did make me uncomfortable." That sticks out as weird to me. If you're gonna mention someone doing things to your body while you're passed out to the point where it makes your friends uncomfortable enough to tell him to leave, that sounds like an allegation of assault to me. I can't say what happened because I wasn't there. And she says that he didn't assault her, so we have to assume that he was actually innocent. But that innocence was thrown into doubt because some of the information that came out from Mizkif's group makes it seem like Adrianah Lee didn't originally want to include the disclaimer that clears him of wrongdoing. In Trainwreck's tweet from earlier, he says, "Are you gonna send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls?" Which seems to be referring to what MitchJones claimed happened on his September 23rd stream, which has now been taken down, where I'd have some clips for you guys. But in this stream on September 23rd, MitchJones, who has close ties to Mizkif, was asked, "Did Miz explicitly give direction to you and Maya and whoever else was in that room to go to Adrianah's house and to downplay the situation or find a way to save Slick's butt?" To which he answered, "The answer to that is yes. That's not easy for me to say, but that is the answer," which is a bombshell, and was a bombshell at the time. One of Mizkif's own friends not only confirming what Trainwrecks alleged, but also directly confirming that he was involved with some plot to downplay Adrianah Lee's accusations against CrazySlick. What followed was a several hours long leaked phone call between a lot of the big names in the Twitch scene, trying to figure out exactly what what happened here. I'd recommend watching it yourself and drawing your own conclusions, but it's long. I'll just talk about the really important part. Barry, one of Mizkif's crew, I guess, alleges that Maya, Mizkif's girlfriend at the time, who MitchJones had confirmed had been sent with him to see Adrianah Lee, gaslit Adrianah Lee into changing her twit longer to make the accusations Adrianah Lee was making less severe for Slick. It's insinuated that the part of Adrianah Lee's twit longer where she absolved CrazySlick of the crimes she seemed to be accusing him of were added at the request of Mizkif's enforcers. But again, I have to add the important distinction that these are just allegations. So essentially, Trainwrecks was accusing Mizkif of sending his friends to change the story of an alleged victim of a serious crime, so that she wouldn't accuse his friend of said crime. Anyway, we probably won't ever know exactly what happened that night, since none of us were there. But the fact that nobody really denied that MitchJones and Maya went to Adrianah Lee's house to talk about the CrazySlick allegations at the behest of Mizkif doesn't paint a very pretty picture. And in my personal opinion, I don't believe any of the people who were saying that the visit was innocent. You don't just send two people to the house of someone you know is going to accuse your friend of serious crimes with innocent intent. Again, that's just my opinion. This situation culminated in Mizkif being suspended from the Twitch org that he was a part of, OTK, with Asmongold, a leader of that org, mentioning his disdain and disgust for the situation multiple times. OTK announced that they were going to be conducting an investigation into Mizkif's conduct before anything else is done. So you'd think maybe Mizkif would take some time off after all of this, right? Like, it would make sense for him to just stop streaming until the OTK investigation is finished, so that his audience could have at least some answer as to what happened, and if Mizkif actually did what's being accused of him, right? Nah, this dude has the balls to come back to streaming soon after everything went down on October 10th. Mizkif said that he was very confident in the OTK investigation, but also revealed that he is not currently part of OTK in any way, as well as being banned from talking to other management members of the organization. However, in what is, in my opinion, a sign that the investigation isn't going his way, he also talked about CrazySlick, who has been banned from his house and isn't allowed to return. I would think that if CrazySlick was actually innocent and he could prove it, they wouldn't have to take such a drastic step. But we will have to see. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you think Mizkif was in the wrong? Do you think CrazySlick should face consequences? Do you think that Mizkif sent Maya and Mitch to Adrianah Lee's house to change her story? I do, but always draw your own conclusions. There is one thing that I think we can all agree on though. Never trust a streamer with Slick in their name. I mean, seriously, what are the odds that over the course of only a few weeks, two massive Twitch dramas are sparked by two different people named Slick? First, it's Slicker and his ability to scam half of Twitch, followed by CrazySlick and the allegations against him. When the whole Mizkif cover-up allegation thing first became public, everybody was talking about CrazySlick by just calling him Slick, and I thought they were the same person. It's Slicker and CrazySlick until I looked into it further. Crazy, right? Anyway, I'll see you next time. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a good day, and God bless you.